website right now and download my free course on alternate picking mastery. It contains 5 essential exercises that will take you to alternate picking mastery faster than you can imagine. And then I've included my method of how to lay out a practice plan in just 1 to 2 minutes that will absolutely boost your results like nothing you ever tried before. So go download it right now. It's free. Hey, most top guitar players are super lazy. Sorry to be so frank about it, but that's true. And that is the reason why some players seem to harden in their style, that they become almost a cover band of themselves as they grow older or as they mature, basically. Because we don't see that, here's the first rule, what you are good at, you become better at, unless you're conscious about practicing new things. Just think about it, right? You pick up your guitar and you start playing. What are you playing? What is the first thing you're playing when you start playing something? It's a lick, right? It's a couple of chords. It's a song. And so the more and the better you get at that, the more you practice it, basically, because it just feels comfortable. And just imagine if your whole life was playing and making albums and composing songs, you naturally use what you're good at already, and thereby you become better at it. And so you could see this as a triangle. Just think about a triangle that you have right now inside of you, where the top triangle within the triangle are the things that you're very good at right now. And we all have that, unless you just picked up the guitar and started to play. And then the middle section of that big triangle are the things that we can use. We don't fully master them at the highest level. It's not like, for them, it's not like you can just play it without thinking about it, but you can really play it. You're good at it, right? And then the bottom are the things that, and that's the biggest part basically, are the things that we touch upon, are the things that we've looked into, that we can do to some extent, but we can't really use them on stage, for instance, because then we get a little nervous, and people start pushing us around, and then suddenly we return to the things that we're really good at, the top triangle, and to some extent the middle triangle, where we have things that we are good at. I should say that the top triangle is pure mastery. That's where it's effortless completely. And you want to have that top triangle be as big as possible because those are the skills you never lose, no matter how nervous you get on stage, because it is virtually and seriously as easy as breathing in and out. But what happens to people is that they practice, but they tend to, if they do not use conscious focus about getting better, they tend to then practice and play stuff they know already because that feels comfortable. And every single human being on the planet wants to feel comfortable. But in order to achieve extraordinary things and be able to develop a unique playing style and do really cool stuff on this instrument, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to break out of the zone and start sounding like a beginner again. And that's uncomfortable because you have those things right? And pretty soon, once you're over that uncomfortable zone of being a beginner and you be able to play stuff, you really move into that. You start playing the songs the licks already because, hey, I can do this, right? But you need to go back to feeling uncomfortable and struggling, basically, right? And if you don't do that, you will stagnate. You will become better and better and better at the few things you do really well. And that becomes your playing style. And if you push and push and push and really take on a lot, you might become a top player who then stagnate slowly. And their playing style becomes very repetitive. And, I can totally hear that's who's playing because he's basically using the same elements over and over again. If you want to stay out of that on any level of your development, you want to constantly push to learn something new. But you also want to focus on becoming much better at the mid-level there. Most people never move to the top section with other than a couple of licks or a couple of chords. You want to take everything that's in the middle section and push it to the top of the triangle. So that top triangle gets better and better, but that's the concept of mastery. And that's what makes it the most fun, the most amazing experience to play guitar is when you have a huge library of stuff that you can do effortlessly, because then you can focus on the music instead of just focusing on making the stuff happen on a mechanical level on your instrument. But, so, this is the pitfall we fall into, most of us. And it's just a matter of when does it happen in your development. But does it happen on the top level when you're all, now I've made it, I'm making albums and I'm making money playing music? Or does it happen on the mid level? Or just, when you're an experienced beginner, does it happen there already? And you're not willing to go into that beginner zone again. If you're going to have the most fun, the most excitement around your instrument, you must constantly push yourself. It's just the law of the human mind and brain that the second you get too comfortable, you also get a little bored, right? So push all the time. And that, so you develop your playing style, you develop your playing, and it becomes new and fresh all the time. That's the best piece of advice I can give you. And I should say this was a naked truth. We have a new program out that's called The Naked Truth of Melodic Rock, and I urge you to go check it out. It's basically a matter of me playing solos and then stopping whenever I have a new concept to share with you. So we discuss what actually is going on when I'm playing solos. What am I actually using there? So you get a chance to look directly into what's happening on a core level when I'm playing anyway. And so, and you want to subscribe to this channel, go check us out on Instagram, follow us there, so you get those daily, repetitive, little surges of inspiration that keeps you going even when you're not very motivated to practice. And then I hope to see you in tomorrow's video.
Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.